A man of faith who is intent and self restrained attains knowledge. Learn by obeisance, inquiry, and service. Fearlessness, purity of heart, steadfastness in the yoga of knowledge, charity, self control, sacrifice, study of the holy books, austerity, uprightness, non injury, truthfulness, absence of anger, self sacrifice, tranquility, freedom from slander, kindness to beings, non covetousness, gentleness, modesty, absence of fickleness, boldness, forgiveness, fortitude, purity, absence of hatred, absence of conceit. These qualities belong to one born for attaining sublime state in life. Mahavira. One day once gone will never return. Therefore, one should be diligent each moment to do good. We reach the goal of the good life by pious work. Conquer ye thy passions, who are wise to love, modesty, scriptures, penance, and right conduct. Blow not thy own trumpet. From the root grows the trunk, and from the trunk shoot branches. From branches grow the twigs, and from the twigs the leaves. And then flowers blossom, and the tree bears fruit and juice. Such is humility. It is the root of dharma, that is virtue, and moksha, liberation, is its juice. Greater will be his victory who conquereth his self than that of one who conquereth thousands and thousands in a valiant fight. Fool is he who, blinded by his passions, fixeth not his thoughts on his moral progression and welfare, but sinketh down through temptation of lust. Desire not things which are fine, but exert thyself and wander about. Be not careless in thy conduct, and bear thy hardship with equanimity. Whosoever desireth his own well being should cast away anger, conceit, deceit, and lust. For these four aggravate sin. Anger killeth love, conceit humility, deceit amity, and lust everything. By calmness anger is to be won, by meekness conceit, by straightness deceit, and by content lust. Buddha. Speak the truth. Do not yield to anger. Give even though you have but a little to give. One should be faithful to one's duty at all times, regardless of the situation. Faithfulness to duty brings the greatest of the rewards. Obedience is the way to the good things of this life. True happiness comes to those who live at peace with their fellows. The aim of all should be to learn peace and live peacefully with all men. Guard against evil deeds. Control the body. Eschew evil deeds and do good. Guard against evil words. Control tongue. Eschew evil words and speak good ones. Guard against evil thoughts. Control the mind. Eschew evil thoughts and think good ones. When the tree is burning with fierce flames, how can the birds congregate therein? Truth cannot dwell where passion lives. A word spoken in wrath is the sharpest sword. Covetousness is the deadliest poison. Passion is the fiercest fire. Ignorance is the darkest night. Let no one deceive another. Let no one despise another. Let no one out of anger or resentment wish to harm another. Confucius. The man of principle is courageous. He knows the right and will fight for it all cost. Not easy, but work is the mark of a good man. The superior individual does not indulge in luxurious ease, but works constantly. One should avoid bad, evil thoughts. He should at all times think that which is good. Careful consideration of the end as well as the beginning of the middle will save one much trouble. Seek to live in harmony with all your neighbors and at peace with thy brethren. Peace and love should reign throughout the world. There is nothing more visible than what is secret, and nothing more manifest than what is minute. Therefore, the superior man will watch over himself when he is alone. He examines his heart that there may be nothing wrong there, and that he may have no cause for dissatisfaction with himself. That wherein he excels in simply his work, which other men cannot see. Zarathustra. Develop the courage to act according to your conviction, to speak what is true, and to do what is right. Long is the war, but we will not lose heart, and with dogged persistence and tenacity, strenuously fight evil wherever we meet it. We will rest not till we put evil to flight. It is up to everyone to work out his own salvation or damnation. Unite and make common cause with all agencies that fight for truth. The most happy is he who most promotes the happiness of others. Practice simplicity in habits, simplicity of heart, and simplicity of character. Nothing good and noble can be achieved in the world without honest labor and hard work. Throw yourself wholeheartedly into your work. Take up your daily work cheerfully and enthusiastically, whatever the nature of your work may be. Chanakya. Righteousness is the root of happiness. The ungrateful cannot escape hell. One's development and decline depend on the tongue. Good conduct enhances one's merit. Christ. Open wide your hand to your brother, to the needy, and to the poor. The more charity, the more peace. Faith is necessary, but it must be accompanied by works. One who is faithful even to death will receive a crown of life. He who asks in perfect faith shall receive. Faith is basic to full understanding. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch, watch ye and pray, lest ye enter into temptation. The spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak. Take heed and beware of covetousness, for man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. Every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Therefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. A good man out of good treasure of the heart bringeth forth that which is good, and the evil man out of the evil treasure of the heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh. Muhammad. When you speak, speak the truth. Perform when you promise. Discharge your trust. Be chaste in all actions. Have no impure desires. Withhold your hands from striking and from taking the which is unlawful and bad. He is true in the truest sense of the word, who is true in word, in thought, and in deed. Say what is true, even if it is bitter and displeasing to you. The best charity is that which the right hand gives and the left hand does not know it. Charity begins with one's own family, if they are pure. He who helpeth his fellow creatures in the hour of need, and he who helpeth the oppressed him will God help in the day of travail? What actions are most excellent? To gladden the heart of a human being, to feed the hungry, to help the afflicted, to lighten the sorrow of the sorrowful, and to remove the wrongs of the injured. Keep yourself far from envy, because it eateth up the and taketh away good actions, like as fire eaten up the burneth wood. It is your own conduct which will lead you to reward or punishment. God is gracious to him who earneth his living by his own labor and not by begging. Shankaracharya. Everyone in all the three worlds strives for happiness, not at all for misery. The two sources of misery are the senses of I-ness in the body of the sense of mindness arising therefrom in objects of one's consciousness. Devote your mind to righteousness and let dispassion be your law. Never boast your wealth, friends, and youth. Time may still away all these in twinkling of an eye. Give up the curse of lust and wrath. Give up the delusion and greed. Remember who you really are. Fools are they that are blind to the glory of the self. Nanak. Man's moral dignity and freedom are determined not by the purpose to which he subordinates his life, but by the source from which his moral life and activity spring. Truth is higher than all, but higher than truth is character. Impurity of the heart is greed. Impurity of the tongue is falsehood. Impurity of the eyes is gazing on one's wealth. Impurity of the car is listening to slanders. Such persons whose mouth and tongues are clean and pure make many others clean and pure. As a goldsmith manufactures ornaments in his workshop, so a man make your own mind a true workshop where you can create truthful and godly thoughts by controlling the mind and the body through perseverance and the control of the senses and the thoughts. Kabir. It is a hard fight and a weary one. This fight of the truth seeker for the woe of the truth seeker is more hard than that of the warrior. The truth seeker's battle goes on day and night. As long as life lasts, it never ceases. Tulsidas. Truth is the foundation of all merit and virtue. Chandidas. Man is above everything. There is nothing higher than this truth. Chaitanya. Be humbler than a blade of grass, with fortitude more than that of a tree, and forsake all pride while honoring everyone. First, practice the virtues in your own life and then preach them to others. Ramakrishna. To become great, one must be humble. The tree laden with fruit always bends low. So, if you wish to be great, be lowly and meek. The iron must be heated several times and hammered 100 times before it becomes good steel. Then only it becomes fit to be made into a sharp sword and can be bent into any way you like. So, man must be heated several times in the furnace of tribulations and hammered with the persecutions of the world before he becomes a pure and humble. The quality of forbearance is of the highest importance of every man. He alone is not destroyed who possesses this quality. He who has faith has all, and he who lacks faith lacks all. The stone may remain in water from numberless years, and yet the water will never penetrate it. But clay is soon softened into mud by coming in contact with water. So the strong heart of the faithful does not despair in the midst of trials and persecutions. But the man of weak faith is shaken even by the most trifling cause. Do yourself what you wish others to do. Man becomes small by begging. We demean ourselves the moment we beg something from anybody. Men are quick to praise and quick to blame. So Pay no heed to what others speak of you. Remain always strong and steadfast in your own faith, but eschew as all bigotry and intolerance. Let a man be a Christian in the matter of mercy, a Muslim in the matter of strict observance of external forms, and a Hindu in the matter of universal charity towards all living creatures. All religions are but so many paths leading to the same truth. One should always maintain an attitude of respect towards other religions. Dispute not, as you rest firmly in your own faith and opinion. Allow others also equal liberty to stand by their own faith and opinion.